What is good, folks? We're back here today, and what do we have here? Palafin and Iron Bundle are now banned from Scarlet and Violet OU. You know, if this news was dropping, I had to cover it. Since the day I used Palafin, I told you all, this is not a Palafin hero form. This is a villain form. This is a villainous Pokemon. Turns out Smogon finally did have their vote today on both Palafin and Iron Bundle, and they decided to ban both of them. So I looked at the council's voting real quick. Looks like Palafin got unanimously banned, which I did say that was going to happen, but I mean anybody could tell that was going to happen. Palafin is balls just out of this world broken. Then we got my boy Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle, I said that maybe, about two people or maybe one would say do not ban, and that looks like what had happened as well. And then we got a bunch of other stuff that was considered. It looks like Cyclizar was 5 people said ban, 4 people said do not ban, so he passed the test, and then the rest of them pretty much passed. Annihilape, it's close, 3 and 6, but let's do it, guys. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about this. If you like this type of content, discussion vids, talk about the bans, metagame changes, that kind of thing, make sure you give a big like on this video, and thank you for all the love you've been giving me with all my videos lately. I really appreciate it. Trying to get 2,000 likes on this video before tomorrow, and let's head right into it. So Palafin is now banned. I guess we could talk about Palafin first, since this is definitely the Pokemon that is more obviously broken. As you can see, the council did decide to unanimously ban it. So we go over Palafin. I can read all this stuff, but there's nothing that they can tell you that you probably don't already know, or that I can't just show you. Okay, this is because I was just recording with Shofu, so he's still on his alt. But let me go through some of my teams, right? Let me change the... All right, perfect. So we looked through some of these teams, right? And we can see just about how many teams have Palafin. And now the thing that broke Palafin is the bulk up set. For those of you who don't know, Palafin can run a bunch of sets. There's Choice Band, there's Choice Scarf, and it can run bulk up. It only really needs these 3 sets to be a threat. This, in my opinion, is the reason it got banned, the bulk up set. Banded, even Scarf. I don't like Scarf too much because this Pokemon takes advantage of the move Jet Punch, right? It's its 60 base power signature move. This is the move that brought him over the edge. Bulk up as a whole, Terastalize or no Terastalize, this is one of the Pokemon that completely, it just breaks past the need for Terastalizing, right? A lot of Scarf or Spexmons, they like to Terastalize to get that extra oomph and power. You have Dragon Dance Dragonite, for example. He even sets up and then he turns into a normal type. We got Roaring Moon. A lot of people like the Dragon Dance Terastalize Flying set. The thing with Palafin is that you don't need to Terastalize Water. This shit is already strong as it gets. You can go Terastalize Water if you really need that Jet Punch to kill what's in front of you. But most of the time, you never have to waste your Terastalize on Palafin. With the bulk up set too, you don't even have to run pure water. I just have water on this team because it's really nice just to, revenge kill some threats. This team isn't exactly super fast either. I think my Scarf is just Golden Go. Actually, Chiyu might be Scarf. I don't remember. Either way, yeah, I like having Terra-type water on this, but there's a bunch of things you can run. I've seen Terra-type Steel, which is able to completely shut down Amoonguss because they cannot clear Smog you whatsoever, and you just taunt and sit on that thing forever. I also saw Terra-type Poison. That way, you can't get Toxic, but I do think that Terra-type Steel is just superior, obviously. But yeah, this is most likely the set that took Palafin over the edge. Like I said, there was Choice Band. You can run Wave Crash. You can run Flip Turn. You can run Close Combat. His move pool is very good, but in the end, it's just this that was just too much for every team in the meta. You look at my team right here, right? This team is a pretty basic team. This team can really lose at any moment to Palafin. My counter is this guy. Freeze Dry does not kill Palafin, right? I have max HP. It really doesn't do shit. Great Tusk here. Great Tusk is not beating Palafin. We setting up on this. Golden Go is Scarf. Shadow Ball is not a 2-hit KO on Palafin. So, see, I even named him Palafin Villain for a reason. So Palafin can just, knock this thing out with 2+1 Jet Punches. Easy. And Golden Go is not doing shit. So this Palafin beats it 1v1. Don't get me started on Corviknight. He getting taunted. We getting +6. Chiyu with Scarf. 1 Jet Punch. 1 Jet Punch. Chiyu, you can turn pure Dark Terra. But if I turn pure Water Terra, it's over. That's the thing, guys. We can go through so many teams. And there's a very, very low amount of checks to Palafin in this metagame. Right now, Amoonguss has risen a lot just because of Palafin, and that's probably my favorite counter as far as it goes. With Rocky Helmet, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and Spore, you basically are able to get around it. The only thing I think would be able to take this set on is Taunt plus Terra-type Steel. That would beat this. But other than that, it's very hard for... I think it's very hard for this mon to lose. Like, Palafin in general is able to just break through everything. You can't stop it with your Ditto because they have way more HP than you and leftovers. We're also in a metagame now where knockoff is a real luxury, right? I run knockoff on all of my great Tusks recently because just things having leftovers is really, really, really damn annoying. You know, back in the day in Gen 8 and even in Gen 7 and Gen 6, everything had knockoff, right? You had so many support Pokemon like Tornadus T that would just run around with knockoff. Then you had your offensive Pokemon like Kartana, Rillaboom. In the end, by the end of a game state back in those generations, at least half of the opponent's team and your own team would be lacking their items. That's obviously not the case anymore due to knockoff leaving. So that's why I run knockoff a lot on shit like Great Tusk. Hits the Balloon Golden, you're still able to knock off stuff like Palafin's leftovers, and that can make a really, really big difference, especially because a mon like Palafin didn't have a reliable recovery in the first place. I do think the craziest part about Palafin, though, folks, is that Palafin is able to beat Dondozo, who has Unaware and 1 trillion defenses with Taunt. Even, like that is the one thing to me that is just out of this world, right? Dondozo, bro, look at your stats. You are meant to always defeat this mon, and you're telling me that with Taunt Drain Punch, it can actually outstall you? And another thing is that recovery moves in general are only 8 PP now, so Palafin, it was just a combination of too much, way too much. This mon, like, after I used it the first day, and then I lost to it many times, you look at my videos of this last week, there's definitely, probably in every single video that I posted this week, I went up against a Palafin and either it swept me at least once and I lost, or, you know, it got a couple of kills. But either way, like I said, this is Gen 7 Magirna. You bring this guy in after playing badly the whole game, you click bulk up and you can instantly win. Ability is not restricting at all. People say that this ability is like, oh, well, you know, you have to lead off with it or you have to bring it. That's not a problem. How is it hard to bring a Pokemon in and switch it out immediately? You don't have to do, I don't have to U-turn or flip turn or whatever. I can literally click the switch button. There's no arena trap. There's no pursuit. Nobody's stopping me from switching. That's the thing. Nobody's stopping him from turning into Palafin villain form. And so for that reason, I welcome his ban. I will miss using him. It was very fun, but I really will not miss having it used against me. And also, winning with Palafin was cheap. I'll tell you that right now. Winning with Palafin was cheap. I just look at so many old teams. Like, I was running shit like Arbolivo because who cares? We got the Tom Bulk Up Big Chief in the back. But yeah, Palafin, good riddance. We will see when they make a decision on Terastalize and when Pokemon Home comes out and we got guys like Zapdos and Kartana back, what happens with Palafin. But I really don't know. This guy, oh man, he is strong as shit. Like, he's strong as shit. But, you know, there's ways to beat him. What about when Tangrowth comes back? What about when Tangrowth comes back? What is this shit gonna do? Blizzard? You can Ice Beam, you can Ice Punch. He has a good special attack, don't get it twisted. But there's a lot of Pokemon that can come back in Pokemon Home and kind of deal with him. And especially once they decide what they're going to do with Terastalize, which I predict is going to get nerfed or banned or whatever the case is. But Palafin, for now, it's very clear. You're overpowered. But with Pokemon Home, we'll see if you can be a little more balanced. But yes, I'm smoking that Palafin pack right now. Bozo, RIP, I don't want you anywhere near my tier ever again. Let's move on to the Iron Bundle. So, Iron Bundle has been banned. I know this was pretty crazy. So, I'm not totally surprised, nor do I like super disagree or agree with this ban. I just accept it and I get why it was banned. So, Fluttermane was banned, right? Fluttermane was the premier new Paradox Pokemon and basically just the strongest mon. Actually, I think Palafin was stronger than Fluttermane personally. But if you go by Paradox Pokemon, Fluttermane was far and beyond the strongest one. Then after Fluttermane got banned, it was just like natural that people would move on to Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle is the other fast one. Fluttermane was 405 speed. Iron Bundle is 408. He's actually faster. 136 base speed, and I believe his special attack is like 125 or 124, something like that. But this guy is basically Baby Kyurem, right? Freeze Dry is an amazing move. Freeze Dry X Hydro Pump is the best coverage you can ask for. He has good support moves like Taunt, Encore, Flip Turn, all that good stuff. And basically, you know, you would never think that a Pokemon like this, I mean, dude, it's fucking Mega Delibird. You would never expect this guy to be that powerful and broken, but in today's current meta, it would seem that this thing is just a step too far in the wrong direction for offense. So, this is a set I have, Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, Flip Turn, Taunt. You can run many different sets, obviously, on the team that CBB and CTC made. Let me find that one real quick. Where is it? Hold on, where's the team? Where's the team they made with the Gallade? Did I lose it? Oh, here we go. Best team ever. It's called Iron Valiant. I was trying to put Gallade. Right. So, you see this team, we had a Scarf Iron Bundle. You can very easily run Specs as well. This thing's breaking potential is out of this world. There's not a lot of good ice resist in the tier right now. What is the most common way to resist ice? Use a water type. and then this shit has broken ass freeze dry. You look at the stats, the HP is garbage, the special defense is garbage. This shit can't take a special attack to save its life. Any shadow ball, make it rain, whatever, it's gonna blow this thing away. But the physical defense is actually quite good, and this is one of the best offensive checks to Palafin, because you're able to take a +1 jet punch really easily. I'm pretty damn sure +1 jet, no, I know for a fact, +1 jet punch does not 2-hit KO this. Drain punch is a different story, right? That's obviously super effective. But +1 jet punch does not 2-hit KO bundle. So a lot of times, I've been able to just Terra Ice, knowing that I will live a jet punch at +1 even if I'm neutral, thanks to this 114 base defense. And because of that Terra boost to my attack, I'll be able to kill off Palafin with the freeze jar or whatnot. Bundle is also one of the Pokemon that really benefits from just turning into its Terra types. That's always my favorite with these Pokemon. I like Terra typing into one of my stab types so that I'm just firing off the strongest move possible. Iron Bundle with the Scarf Terra typing Ice was great because we got this mon at 612 speed. This shit can outspeed +2 D-Knight. It outspeeds, you know, Iron Valiant if it had booster energy. It outspeeds everybody, right? So being able to Terra type Ice and then also keep power while being fast is like a godsend. Again, you can run Specs, you can run Terra type, anything. I saw somebody, they had Terra Fire versus me with Terra Blast, but it didn't kill my Golden Go, so I mean, that was what it was for, and it didn't kill my Golden Go. I think if you want to kill Golden Go, just run Specs Pump or run Terra Water Pump. But I mean, you're not going to be killing Golden Go anymore with Iron Bundle unless you're doing it in the Ubers. So, yeah, this guy's been banned. I mean, there were some other sets you could run too. Heavy Duty Boots 3 was very good. I thought Encore was cool. CTC made an awesome set with Sub Agility at one point, but I didn't get a good enough time to test it. Iron Bundle, if you guys look at the banning here, you can see that 2 people said that they did not want to ban it. So, yeah, I was thinking that Iron Bundle would be a little bit more, like, debatable for them. But still, a 7-2 ban is pretty confident by the council to get it out of the metagame. It's definitely annoying, right? You look through my teams, nothing can really switch into the coverage of Freeze Dry and Hydro Pump. That's just the status of the meta, or not the status, the state of the meta right now. And, I mean, I get it. Like, Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, Ice offensively is really, really nasty. But here's my prediction now. You get rid of this guy. This is the new fast guy. Oh, you know, there's another fast Ice type with a lot of power. You know what his name is? It's this guy. Ignore the fact that this is a stupid-ass National Dex team. This set still exists, though, in Gen 9 regular OU. This guy's just going to come to the top, right? 405 speed, same as Fluttermane, strong as shit. Ice is always going to be one of the greatest offensive typings, and this guy's coverage is beautiful too. But using this team I got from my boy Vert, he passed me this shit, and it's super damn strong. 4-attack chien-pao. I can see this thing very easily replacing Delibird's role as the super strong fast Ice type. It also has Sucker Punch. Chien-pao also is able to Terra type into one of its stabs, Ice or Dark, and it loves its moves, right? It has Ice Spinner, Icicle Crash, Sucker Punch, Crunch. Like, bro has like good stab options when you're able to Terra into that, not to mention his ability. So my prediction is that Delibird being banned is just going to make way for Chien-pao to go to the top, and the next fastest mon will go. I said this before, and I had some people disagreeing with me because I said that, oh, I mean, Iron Valiant is just going to the top now because everyone's going to start running booster energy on it or just choice on it, and it's the new fast guy. There's not that many mons that are actually fast in OU. Hold on. My boy Shofu on that climb for real. You go to speed, right? And you go to OU, and you sort by speed. Now, we look at Valiant. Who's faster than Valiant? There's Roaring Moon. We can actually pair those guys together. Who's faster than them? Cyclizar. Cyclizar, as you guys saw the council's vote, 5 of them voted ban, 4 of them voted do not ban, which is why it didn't get banned, because you need a bigger majority. I expect Cyclizar to get banned at some point, so I'm not considering this. Meowscarada, okay, that's 1. Kilowattrel, not used. Chien-pao, popular mon. And then Dragapult and Barraskewda, which you'd only see on Rain. As you can see, not a lot of guys are faster than Iron Valley and Roaring Moon, and one by one, they're all going. Fluttermane, gone. Bundle, gone. That's just how it's going. So I do think that Chien-pao is going to be up next. I think he's going to be the boss. Cyclizar is probably going to get the boot, and we'll see what happens with Annihilape. But overall, wrapping up my thoughts, Palafin, I'm very happy you're gone. I think that Palafin made this metagame not fun. It was fun for the first day to use some stupid-ass Pokemon that should have been Ubers and looks like it was designed to be the Water Arceus. Don't get it twisted. It was a total blast to use it for the first couple of days. But then after losing to it and just totally mauling over the fact that I outplayed my opponent, but his bitch-ass clicked bulk up and I couldn't do anything, I knew he had to go. As for the bundle, man, I feel like this was more of an inconvenience than anything, but it was the best mon in the tier 2, and it's tough. You know, I wish it didn't get banned. It's really hard to deal with. If you miss Hydro, this shit is a lot easier to deal with. I'm gonna tell you that. If Hydro was 100%, I would have said ban this every day of the week. This could have been Palafin level if Hydro was 100%, but regardless of Hydro's accuracy, me saying it's 80% is not exactly an argument to keep it in the tier. So I do understand. I would have liked to see what could happen with like a terrestrialization decision before they continue banning more Pokemon. I think Cyclizar and Annihilape are probably next to go, and if that's the case, well, I just hope they figure out terrestrialization first. All that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching. Do let me know in the comments below what you think about these two bans and if you agree or disagree. Like I told you guys, I'm very enthusiastic about Palafin getting banned. I hated this supervillain. As for Iron Bundle, I totally understand why it got banned. It was damn annoying. Best mon in the meta. I don't exactly miss it getting banned, right? Like, I'm not super devastated over getting banned. I just wish that, you know, we could give a little more time. And still, we got to figure out what's good with terrestrialize before we ban all the shits. But whatever. We're going to get it figured out. Hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a big like. I got a fire video with Shofu coming out tomorrow, so tap in for that. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.